Hello friends, this is Satwinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I am a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today I'm very excited because I have a breaking news to share with you. Before I go ahead, I request you to kindly subscribe to the channel. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news and update on this channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so that you can get the news first. And please also like the video, share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit from this. Without further delay, let's get into what the breaking news is. So today breaking news is we have third express entry draw of 2022, and this draw is having a record number of invitation. Yes, record number of invitations are here on the third express entry draw of 2022. What it is, let's see. So third express entry draw of 2022 as per the government website. Here is the information. I will put it into the description box. You can check yourself, but for your ease and understanding, I have compiled the highlights of this draw. So the first highlight is that this happened today, 2nd February Wednesday. 2nd February 2022 Wednesday, today draw happened, and this draw has record number of candidates invited to this, and most importantly this record is 1070. Yes, 1070 candidates are invited. They have been issued ITA, invitation to apply, and again only PNP candidates are invited. I have said previously also, the chances of FSW or CEC draw are very low. Again, this is the PNP draw. All PNP candidates are invited. CRS cutoff score was 674. Now, cutoff score means the last candidate which was invited had a score of 674. Keep an eye on this number, 674. Keep an eye on this number. This is 71 points lower than the previous draw. The tie-breaking rule was of February 18, 2021. Now, let's do some math. No, don't get scared. This is not maths class, but you need to understand. If you not understand the numbers today, tomorrow your kids will ask you a question. So let's understand the numbers. The numbers are CRS cutoff score. How much is the cutoff score? 674. Now, PNP gives you how many points? Yes, 600 points. 600 points from PNP. So, if we subtract 600 from 674, yes, what do we get? We get 74. Understand this math. A candidate who had just 74 score got a Canadian immigration. You are yourself intelligent enough to understand the importance of math. Just with 74 score, somebody got a Canadian immigration. You have to get into the express entry profile. Even if express entry draws are not happening, make express entry profile. Make expression of interest into the PNP programs. If you don't buy a lottery ticket, you will never win a lottery ticket. You have to take that action. If you are interested in Canadian immigration, you have to make an express entry profile. Even if your score is lower, even if you are having a lesser score, you never know, what will happen. 74 points and still the person got the Canadian immigration. So let's see what happened on the past 12 draws. On the past 12 draws, this is again from the government website. I'll share the link with you. So these are the details of all the past 12 draws. This is draw number 215, and all 11 draws which happened out of 12 were PNP draws. For the ease of understanding, I have provided a graphical representation of this information. So here is a graphical representation. Cutoff score for last 12 express entry draws is depicted here with the help of a graph, bar graph. So if you understand that two things are happening here. So one, the cutoff score got lowered. The cutoff score got to 674 in this draw. Second thing which happened is record number of invitations were provided to the candidates. Two things are happening, and if you can't still make it to Canadian immigration, you have to search your soul. So what does actually, when you get an ITA, what does ITA tells you? So ITA is, there is no involvement of a visa officer or IRCC officer into it. It's an auto-generated thing. A computer program looking at your profile, you provide the profile, you get a nomination, auto-generated, right? So you get an auto-generated letter issued from IRCC. So you get the letter, what the letter tells you that, okay, you have received an ITA for permanent residence. It tells you which class you have received the ITA. You may qualify in number of classes. You may qualify under FSW, CEC or PNP or whatever. Maybe more than one classes you can qualify. But it will tell you which class it has generated the letter for you. So it will tell you the class you have received the ITA. And you have to respond. You cannot apply under any other class except what is mentioned on the ITA. This is little confusing, and people sometimes, make mistakes here. So it's like you got a ball in your hand, you are right in front of the goal and you missed it. Don't miss it. If you got an ITA, do it right and get your immigration. So ITA tells how candidate CRS score was calculated, and ITA also tells you the deadline, 60-day deadline. So if you have received the ITA, it will tell you the 60-day deadline. Now, what you have to do when you receive ITA? Of course, you have to celebrate that you have received ITA. But other than celebrating, what you have to do, right? So you have to start collecting immediately the documentation which is you provided in your profile. Collect the documentation, collect the proofs, and you have two actions to take. What are those two actions? So the first action is you either submit, which mostly people do, submit application for permanent residence, which is called APR, submit an application or decline. Because sometimes the circumstances changes, right? You thought something else or your home circumstances changes. So rarely, but few people do decline. If you decline, you will go back to the express entry pool. So either submit for APR or decline. If you don't take any action, what will happen? So what will happen is it will expire. 60-day time period, it will expire. So when it expires, you will be kicked out of the express entry pool. So IRCC, when you provide that information, and this is again very critical to all my friends who have received ITA, you have to match with what you have provided in your profile. A misrepresentation, a wrong information, or if you miss something knowingly or unknowingly, it have repercussions and lot of issues. So these could be refuse your application for sure. Your application will get refused, right? You may find yourself inadmissible. What inadmissibility is, I'll bring a complete video to you. There are many reasons for inadmissibility, but for now, I'll tell you in short, inadmissibility is that you will not be allowed to enter Canada. You can be refused you can be banned for 5 years to apply for any kind of program. So nobody has future projections. Like nobody can tell you with certainty what's going to happen. But still, we can give you certain hints what we think can happen, right? So the chances of express entry draws happening will be only PNP. That's what we project. We see from here the chances that all next draws will be PNP draws. FSW and CEC draws, the chances are very, very low, at least for 6 months for sure. So there could be changes into the express entry system itself. express entry, one thing I can't tell you what exactly the changes will be, but one change which is for sure happening is knock to tier. I have a video on this. If you have not seen the video, please go and check the video. Knock to tier, this is going to happen for sure. So a knock code, which is a 4-letter number code, is going to change from knock to tier. It will be a 5-letter code. So that is happening for sure. So express entry, as you all know, recognizes only three type of work experience in category knock 0, A and B. If you have experience in C or D, it will not recognize. So what will happen if the system changes? With implementation of tier, some of the knock B jobs move from knock B to knock C, you will be kicked out. So all these things are small things, and a slight oversight can cost you a lot. So if you need any kind of professional advice, you can reach out to our office in Brampton. We have no agents, we have only Brampton office. So here is the Brampton office address and email, phone numbers listed here. You can contact us. Once again, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get these updates firsthand. Thank you very much for watching the video.